I walk away the pounds and take my girls to the mall for some good old shopping, as well as getting some Jamba Juice. Gotta get them ready for the first day of school. Then I make my amazing pasta sauce to go with some penne pasta. So stick around to see that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
I love to move in big ranges of motion. I love to show you that how even in our walking program, you can really improve your flexibility. So let's try it. This is the perfect segment.
So I just did a 30-minute walk with the pounds with my daughter, and as you can see, I'm sweating. It was extremely energizing, and I enjoyed the walk. I always do because I love walking with pounds. This is like OG exercise that I used to do back before I even had kids. I used to do walk with pounds, and this one is a fun one because you get to choose the different exercise that you want to do. So you can do a warm-up, and then you can get right into it, and then you can do a cool down. So I really enjoyed, my glasses are like fogging up, but I really enjoyed this workout. So that's how I started my morning. Now I'm gonna go and shower and get ready for the day. So see you later. So we're at BJ's Brew House, and I'm trying to decide what to get. What's the best thing to get? And I'm thinking I'm gonna go with tri-tip. Probably the slow roasted tri-tip. And I got this unsweetened sunset peach tea. So yeah. So this is my meal for lunch. Maybe the mashed potatoes are too much, I don't know, but they're absolutely delicious, and there's not very many. So that's a tri-tip, and I have asparagus and mashed potatoes. I have a water and a unsweetened peach tea. I'm trying to stay away from pop because I'm kind of addicted to it, and I think that even diet pop is not that great for me. So I have water and tea, and that's about all that I have. I've just been drinking that, and I'm gonna dig in now. This is my late night snack. It is mango slices with tahini on them. This is a really great snack. It's really delicious, and it's low in calories, and I love it. And so what I've been doing is replacing, instead of having lots of sugar and lots of snacks like donuts and cookies and cakes and all that stuff at night like I usually do when I would binge, I've been replacing it with some fruit. So it's a little, so I can get that sweetness, but it's a lot healthier. So this is basically one of my plans during this journey to lose that 45 pounds in a year. So today I'm going to take my girls shopping. It's for the first day of school, just to make sure that they have everything that they need. But I'm going to need all the energy I can get. So right now I'm drinking some tea. You like my mug? Yeah. I'm going to get some tea to give me some energy. It's energy tea. 0 calories, and I sweeten it with a little bit of stevia. And that is because I don't want to use any sugar, and I'm trying to use something more, if I can't use sugar, then I want to use something that's a little bit more natural than maybe Splenda or Sweet and Low. So I use a little stevia sweetener. It's from, the name of the sweetener is stevia, but it's called Pure. You can get it at Walmart. And I use this a lot with a lot of my, when I need to sweeten something, I use this a lot, and it's really good. It doesn't leave a bad aftertaste, and I really like it. So I'm gonna take the girls shopping as soon as I get them to wake up, and then we're gonna have a little fun. over at the mall and we just went shopping. We got quite a bit of things. Got some shorts for my daughter. Picked up some shirts and some pants and stuff like that because, you know, the first day of school is just around the corner and they need stuff. The mall was fun. We got some Jamba Juice and yeah. So we're headed home now. It was a great experience. And we'll see you later. So for dinner today, I'm going to make spaghetti. Well, really it's penne, but you make a spaghetti sauce. And we're going to use penne noodles instead of spaghetti noodles. So I have some ground turkey, and then we have garlic salt, but I need to put that with my seasonings. That's what I do, separate it with the seasonings. And then we have some butter, some garlic, minced garlic, some petite cut tomatoes. I've used these before. I used this in the chili, and they're diced with sweet onions and garlic. So that's good. So you don't want to use too much of this minced garlic because then you have really stinky breath and it'll be too garlicky. And my kids don't like it when it's too garlicky. And then you have some tomato sauce. I had two different kinds. I had a Great Value kind and I had Hunt's, but for the most part they taste the same. And then you're gonna have some tomato paste, which is basil, garlic, and oregano. And you can get all this stuff at Walmart. It's pretty easy to do. And then we're gonna add just a little bit of butter when we saute the minced garlic. And then, yeah, our seasonings is garlic salt. And this garlic salt has parsley in it, so that's pretty good. But we're gonna add some basil leaves, some Italian seasoning, lemon pepper and seasoning. I only have a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder left, so just use the rest of that, and then salt and pepper. And those are the seasonings that we're going to use. So we have a lot of ingredients for this meal, but it's worth it. It's incredibly tasty, and my family always loves it. So let's get started. So we're only going to use half of the pack of ground turkey in this meal. Too much ground turkey in it will make the sauce a little too meaty, so we're going to go ahead and just use half of the pack. We're also going to turn the fire on. If you're using a gas stove, you want to do a medium. Even if you're doing an electric stove, I would say medium heat. And then we're going to break up the turkey meat because we don't want it to be huge chunks in our turkey, in our sauce, So we're just going to make sure that we break it up. We're going to let it go for a little bit as it browns. And then once we come back to it, we're going to break it up some more. But first, we want to go ahead and add some seasoning to our meat. If I can get this opened. And then we're going to go ahead and sprinkle that on the meat. And this is some garlic salt mixed with parsley. And you can get that from Walmart. And we're going to go ahead and put that on there. And then we're going to mix it together as we break up the meat some more. Because like I said before, we don't want large chunks of meat in our sauce. We want small pieces. So we're going to go ahead and break that up. And just let it continue to brown. Now our turkey meat is brown and is ready to go and is ready to add some more ingredients. So we're going to add the tomatoes, the petite cut tomatoes that has garlic and onions in it, but we're only going to do half of the can. We're not going to put the whole can in there because my family doesn't like too much tomatoes. And then we're going to add the tomato sauce. Both cans of tomato sauce needs to go in there. So we're going to add the other can. And then we can go ahead and stir that up. Now for the tomato paste. And that's just a teaspoon, well, a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon of the tomato paste. And like we know, that has garlic and basil flavor in it as well. And we're going to stir that in really, really good so they can incorporate into the sauce. Now I've added all of our seasonings to the pot, and that's, you know, the garlic salt, the basil, the parsley, everything, and it's ready to be mixed. Our next ingredient that we're going to add is something that's going to give the sauce a really rich flavor, not just from the garlic salt, but you want to add, and this is about 1/2 tablespoon of minced garlic, and it's really good for the sauce. And the next thing we're going to add is the butter, and this is about 1/2 tablespoon of butter, and the butter and the garlic just gives it a more richer taste, especially the butter. The butter gives it a more, I would say, a longer simmered taste, because we're only going to be simmering this for about 20 to 25 minutes the entire time. So you want it to taste a little richer, and that's what the butter does. The butter makes it a little richer. So keep stirring the butter until it's melted and more incorporated into the sauce. And then we let the sauce sit for a few minutes longer while the butter melts and the garlic incorporates. Now we're gonna add one of my very special ingredients. So I told you about my pure stevia. Well, for this sauce, we're gonna add 1/2 tablespoon of pure stevia. This is gonna make the sauce a little bit sweet, so you don't wanna put too much, but it makes it just a tad bit sweet, because ground beef makes the sauce sweeter than the turkey does. And my girls like it to have that little touch of sweetness in it. So, and because we can't get that with the turkey, then we add a little bit of stevia to it. And that gives it that sweet taste, and it sweetens up the tomatoes just enough. Back to simmering. Now that our pasta is done, we incorporate it into the sauce. You want your pasta to be al dente, a little bit undercooked, because once it gets into the sauce, it's gonna cook some more, and you don't want mushy pasta. So we're gonna go ahead and just mix this up, get it completely covered in sauce. Let the sauce get on all of the noodles. And then we're going to, once we get it all mixed up together, we're gonna let it sit. We're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes to let the pasta and the sauce marry, and then time to eat. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel.